Hey everyone, welcome to All About the Joy. This is Culture and Consequence with Carmen and Andrea. How you doing? What's up, Andrea?
I'm still in my bad vibes mode. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, let me tell you something. So yesterday when I sent you that email, I had just finished watching Eddie Galad, who you know I love. And he was on Nicole Wallace's show, Deadline White House or something, whatever. Nicole Wallace's show. I don't know what the name of it is, but you know, if Eddie Galad is that upset, you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
So I was really upset about the Voting Rights Act. And I think a lot of people don't understand what happened. So I wanted to talk about that first. I wanted to talk about, in the simplest way possible, what the Voting Rights Act is. But I just want to first say, and this isn't because I know you know what it is, but it's like, I don't think people connect the dots.
It's not, I agree. We should talk about it and explain it, but I'm going to semi let people off the hook, and it kind of relates to why I'm so upset about it. This has just been a part, it's been there since we have been alive. This is the way our country is. That's the way that we have thought about it. We have always existed, me and you anyway, in a time of the Voting Rights Act until really yesterday.
Right. But people don't know why.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just saying, it's one of I'm saying people take it for granted is what I'm saying. Right.
I don't think, okay, you know what? Let's back up first.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, I don't take it for granted.
I'm not saying you.
No, but I actually think people just don't know what it is. And so I'm just going to give the simple answer. In 1965, prior to 1965, when the Voting Rights Act was initiated after a peaceful protest in Selma with Congressman John Lewis, if you want to make some connections of people of names you may know, was it President Lyndon Johnson? I think it was Johnson.
Yeah. Who
signed the Voting Rights Act. So prior to 1965, which is how many years? 60 years or something? 61 years ago, when Black people would come to vote, they would make them take a test, or they would tell them that they would have to vote on a different day, or they would tell them that they would have to do different things in order to prove that they could vote. And so what they were doing was disenfranchising people, Black people specifically, but it was anybody who wasn't white. Let's just cut to the chase.
I was going to say, they were doing these things to Black people and other people of color that they were not requiring or asking even of white people.
To do. So the Voting Rights Act was signed into office in order to prevent people from doing trickery things like this, in order to disenfranchise people from voting. It's really that simple. And you know what I'm upset about? I honestly, I don't want to cry on my show. I don't. But it's so pathetic, the lengths to which people want fake power. Why are you so obsessed with cheating? If you want Black people to vote for you, then make it so that we want to vote for you. What is this obsession with white folk and cheating? Ron DeSantis, cheating Donald Trump. Just the constant need to cheat. Here's what's not going to happen. Black people and people of color are not fucking going anywhere. You're not going to roll this back. Try as you might. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Girl, don't apologize. Go on that rant.
Andrea, I am shook.
I think they don't... This is going to go way out there, right? I think that they don't want Black people or other people to vote for them because they don't want those people to vote. They don't fucking care.
Right, but they don't want them to vote because they want to stay in power, right?
Because they see them as less than. They want to be overlords, essentially, of these people. So there's a sense of they're less than. I don't have to give them the same rights as me. I shouldn't have to. I don't care if they vote for me. I don't want them to vote at all. They should be at my beck and call. It's so fucking twisted and sickening. You can't even truly wrap your head around it.
I know, but this is like I'm not gonna, I don't want to cry, but it's like this is what happened yesterday, and I was like, "Am I overreacting?"
No,
I know. I mean, it's like
everyone's underreacting. This is fucking crazy.
I know, but see, like that is the actual point. And I can't express this enough. White people think that we are treated equally. Like white people think I'm sick of racism. I'm sick. We're not. We're not post racism. We haven't been. Just because you voted in a black president and then constrained him in every way possible, it was like a fucking fluke that you voted him in, right? And then everyone and their mother tried to stop him from being reelected. And it's because we have the ability to be nonsensical that we did reelect a good man, not a black man, a good man to be president. And that doesn't make us we're not done with racism. Clearly, we're not done. And the reason why I keep tearing up is because I'm like, how do they not see this? How can you not clearly see what's happening? It's right in front of your face. And here's the thing too. You know what? Okay, let's just say we are let's say we live in the fucking la la land that you think we live in. They're cheating. If Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis, he's just the latest one because what just happened in Florida this morning, but all of them, right? The Texas guy, what's his fucking name? I can't stand him either. Abbott. All of these people, if we lived in the world that you believe in, that we're all equal and that I have the same rights as Andrea does, and we're all equal, then why would you need to cheat? Why would you have to gerrymander? Why would you have to do any of this?
Because they don't actually believe that. They know it's not true. It's so...
I know that the leaders don't believe that, but white people who are watching our show are going to be like, Carmen, you always talk about racism. It's like, because that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I really don't think Ron DeSantis is watching our show, Andrea. He knows exactly what he's doing. I mean, I hope he is, but I don't think that's not who we're talking to. Yep, we're talking to regular white folk who keep supporting this motherfucker and don't see exactly what's happening because they think racism doesn't exist.
I got nothing, girl. I got nothing. I got nothing good. I'll put it that way.
Eddie Galad said, racism still occupies the throne of this country. I was fucking bawling. I thought that was such a profound, I mean, everyone thinks that's such a profound statement. Other things that they would say to Black folks specifically, but all people who were not white before they passed, it was Lyndon B. Johnson, the Voting Rights Act, is they would say you have to pay money just to register. So they would tell Black folk they'd have to register. They'd tell them it was the wrong day. They were threatened and scared away. That was the other thing. You can't scare people and tell people they can't vote like that. So what the law actually did, it stopped unfair tests. It let the federal government step in to protect voters in places with a history of discrimination. It made sure that new voting rules in those places had to be checked first so they couldn't sneak in new unfair tricks, right? So it was a kind of like a checks and balances so that we were all being treated equally. I don't know what happens next. I know that there are, people like Governor Hochul in New York who are trying to do some things to change. This is the slippery slope we're in now, so now she's going to try to change the legislation so that we knock out all gerrymandering for red districts. And I don't want to country where everything is always blue Democrat. I mean, I do right now. I do.
Let's be clear.
I would like to live in the world, in the utopia where the United States has always pretended to motherfucking be, where my vote matters as much as Andrea's, and we vote and we talk about the issues and we make a decision, and then that decision is what drives who we elect into office. But that's not what's happening.
Yeah, we're in like a gerrymander war. I mean, I woke up this morning and I was like, I don't know really what I even have to say about it. It's devastating and depressing and demoralizing, and which, that's what they want, right? But I don't know how to not feel that way about it.
I was thinking about John Lewis, Congressman John Lewis, who passed away, of course. And I was like, he warned us of this. He warned us that they would do this. And what's really interesting, and I say this with all the disrespect I can possibly muster, if I was sitting in front of Donald Trump and said, can you tell me what the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was? He wouldn't be able to tell you.
Nope.
I fucking would bet everything on the planet he would not be able to tell you. And yet he was out there tweeting about it this morning because all he knows is, I can keep power. I can keep power.
Right.
I mean, did you see that he wants to put his face on the passports? And I know.
I did.
How do you not see the king? The king emerging.
Did you see the picture also? Like,
it's fucking nasty. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just so fucking insecure. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta have my scowling ass face and name on everything.
How do people not see what he's doing? It's so clear.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's so clear to me.
Like, completely, they're on another planet, another, like, I don't understand it in any way. I really don't. Like, how your mind gets to that place.
I kind of feel bad in a lot of ways, because it's so glaringly the downfall of the United States. Like, you're watching it happen in real time.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is that the United States has been a facade for so long. So the crumbling of it is quite extraordinary because it was a facade to begin with. And I'm not saying the intentions, right? The absolute intentions seem to be at least somewhat. Is that your pooch? Is that your doggy?
No. It's my
but who's
dog.
I hear barking. Is that on your?
My neighbor's dog.
Wow, that's super loud. That's okay because we'll just leave it in. It's like, I just think it's quite extraordinary. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of sad about where we're at and the facade of the United States that I fully believed in. Fully believed it. Look, hook, line, and sinker. I mean, I knew we had problems,
right?
But most people believed in the possibilities of what the United States could be. And it's just weird to watch it crumbling right in front of us. And what is with the Supreme Court? I don't even get it.
Well, they're, bought and paid for in many ways, right? They're doing exactly what they were put there to do. Protect Donald Trump.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask the obvious question. Why? What is it about Donald Trump? Donald Trump is such a loser.
I know.
Like,
that's
could they not have picked someone else?
$1 billion question. Like, what is it about this mofo that people are so beholden? Other than he's just like, he's got the platform and he's not afraid to send people to your house and threaten you. I mean, remember just a few months ago, Roberts was like, it's really dangerous to, call us out.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Why are people, every time someone stands up to him, he backs down. Like, it ain't that hard.
I know.
It's bizarre.
But I guess if you're a white man in office and you're afraid of losing power, you would align yourself with another loser to keep fake power. I'm trying to understand the logic behind why, I know I'm not going to figure it out, but like I keep giving people the pass that you don't want to give. Like a lot of people were hoodwinked, right? The reality show that he did, and people like this idea of money or whatever. And so regular common folk, I will give, I don't know how you did it twice, but I'll still give you a pass. I'm confused by the actual intellectual people who went to college, who know better, who have been in office, who understand shit, and they are just treating, I mean, like, okay, all right, let's talk about like someone like Pete Hegseth. How would you confirm or allow Pete Hegseth to be defense secretary? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying, right? Like,
100% though, it's like shocking. I don't understand it either, other than just like they want that proximity to power and they want to get theirs. Like that's the only
fake power.
Reason. I know it is, but it kind of also isn't right now.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
So I should probably tell people, like, when I talk about fake power, I'm talking about power that isn't earned, power that is brute force power that is like, to me, that's not real power that is about money, right? I have a lot of money, so I'm going to have power over you. Like bosses, a lot of bosses who are not good bosses tend to have a lot of fake power because they know that you're going to need them because you have to pay your rent and buy groceries. That's not, it is power, but it's not real power. When I talk about real power, I talk about respect. Like when you have an authentic, like I will follow you anywhere because I respect you. You know what I mean? Like,
integrity, morals, those kinds of things. I don't think they give it, but clearly they don't care about that shit.
Clearly.
And they do have power. They have enough power to fill their wallets right now, for sure.
For sure.
So
for sure.
Maybe that's all they care about.
And look at, I live in an idealistic world in my head. Clearly, I want to believe that we care more about integrity and honor and authenticity and that we care about each other more. But isn't that what we said about the United States? I mean, I think that's what the facade is that the United States is this place where we welcome, you know, the people that are, what is it that it says at the bottom of the Statue of Liberty, right? Whatever.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but I'll write it at the bottom. But you know, we have this idea that we care so much, but it's all a lie. We don't.
I mean, it was a house of cards, right? And it's like we are crumbling. I read a couple of years ago, someone wrote on like social media, I'd like to live in some precedented times, right? Like I'm tired of everything being unprecedented, you know, like we are living through this like massive change and upheaval in this really sped up real time. And it's really disorienting and just devastating because it like, where is the good? I mean, you can find it here and there in like individual people or stories or something like that. But like, I did a quick scroll this morning and I was like, I can't. It's just, everything sucks.
Everything does suck. And it's kind of like, I mean, this morning on Facebook, I was posting something and then I unposted it because I was like, I need to be off of here for a minute. But somebody was saying something bad about Mayor Mondani in New York. And he's actually the only good thing happening right now. and it was somebody who I've known for a long time. And I'm like, you know what? I'm so blocking. I can't deal with it anymore. Like of all the people that you want to be upset about right now, he's not one of them. He is doing everything he said he was going to do. And what he's doing is caring about the people that he represents.
Doing it with some joy and a smile on his face.
And they were like blaming him somehow for gas prices. I'm like, and that's what I mean. Like the disconnect, you don't even know what you're talking about. And you're posting on Facebook angry at the mayor about gas prices and how people who work for the state of New York should be able to work from home. That was his argument. I'm like, you don't even know how gas prices work and who to blame. Right. Like, oh my God.
I'm pretty sure he also doesn't control where the people of the state work.
Exactly. He He's the mayor. Yeah. So this is my point. I was like, you know what? I am done. Like, if you're stupid, I'm blocking you. That's how it's going to go. And I am determining
very
now.
tight circle, Carmen.
It's going to be like 5 people. No, just kidding. But and here's the thing. It's not about that you don't know what you don't know, but you know what you don't know. You got to start. I need people to be more fucking humble. I do. Humble. Be like, you know what? I think I know, but maybe let me double check. Let me do such hard work as to Google. It's so frustrating.
Literally have all of the information that's existed in the history of the world in your hand. You don't even need to go to an encyclopedia or go
to a library or to a fucking library where
although
we
you
used
should
to go.
You should go to a library.
Anyways. All right, can we talk about the billionaires? Because I just want to say this, and then you could talk about California, because I did not watch the governor's race.
Go ahead.
Okay, wait. Let me back up. Let me finish what we were just talking about. I want to say something. It doesn't matter how they gerrymander anything. If everyone votes blue and Democratic, we can fix this problem. Seriously, what I really don't want to happen, Andrea, I mean, I know why Governor Hochul and governors are getting together to try to figure this shit out. I know that's what they're going to do. I know what they're going to do. But I, as a person who actually still loves this fucking country, and I don't know why, I don't want us to keep doing this tit for tat cheating shit.
I mean,
but we need to get Republicans out of fucking office.
Yeah, we talked about this when we had our vote here in California. Like, we had an independent commission to draw the lines, and it was working.
Yeah.
And it was, we believed in it. You know, I'm as radical left as they come. And I was like, yes, independent commission to draw the lines. That's the fair way to do it. Right. It was truly devastating to me to actually vote against that.
Right. And we did it because Governor Abbott listened to Trump when Trump called him and said, just gerrymander all of it so I can get extra seats, because basically I want to cheat so I can make sure I win and don't go to fucking prison. That's exactly what he was saying.
I don't want to go to jail.
Said yes.
Cheat on my behalf.
Cheat on my behalf. And Governor Abbott didn't say, let me ask the people, Donald. Let me see what the people think. No, he just said, yes, I'll do it.
Yep.
And he did it himself. Happily did it. Fucking piece of shit. I don't want to hear nobody send me nothing about swearing. We're 30 episodes in.
Are people still whining about that?
Oh my God, whatever. Whatever. It's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But okay, so go ahead. I apologize. I just wanted to make sure they knew this started because of dumbass Texas. But go ahead.
What was I going ahead on?
We were just talking. Oh, I was saying billionaires, California.
Oh,
and then you started talking
about billionaires, and I was like, okay, what are we talking about?
So here's my thing. Oh, and then I went off on a tangent and said things. Okay, I'm sorry. I said that people need to just vote blue. It doesn't matter. Just vote Democratic for this one time. Forever, but this one time for sure, to get these people out of office. Okay. No matter what they do with all the lines, just fucking vote blue. Even if you hate the person, vote blue. Okay. So I was saying, I think it needs to be a disqualification now to be a billionaire. Like, if you're a billionaire, you are bad. If you are a billionaire, you are worthless piece of shit. Here's my theory, and then this is why I'm going to talk about my feelings about Tom Sawyer and any billionaire, and I'm including all of you.
Girl, Tom Steyer.
What did I call him?
Tom Sawyer. I mean him too, that little shit.
All white people. No, I'm just kidding. No. Oh, that's terrible. Tom Sawyer, isn't that from a character from a book?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm sorry. Huckleberry Finn, right?
What? Yeah.
It's Huckleberry. Sorry. That's actually funny on layers and layers upon shit. But anyway, sorry about that. No offense to Huckleberry Finn, although I'm sure most people have not read that either. I have. Okay. So
I'm not reading those anymore.
Here's my thing about billionaires. And I'm talking about the Oprahs, the Mark Cubans, all of you, Beyonce. And I don't care. There is no reason to be a billionaire when there are people who are homeless There are people who don't have childcare. There are people who don't make enough money to make ends meet. There are people who are suffering all over, not just all over the world, but in the country that you have basically stolen. And you cannot be a billionaire without having manipulated and done some negative, bad shit to become a billionaire. I'm sorry. I'm done. Now that I'm understanding tax law in a very different way, because I have my own business and I have an LLC and I just got screwed royally because I tried to do the same thing billionaires do. Now I get it. And I didn't really do it. My tax person did, right? So it's like, try to make sure you not hide your assets, but you write off as much as possible so you don't have to pay as much taxes. But when a small little company like me that makes like $200,000 a year or something does it, I get screwed for it. But billionaires do it all the time. So we will get audited. We will get, you'll get denied credit. You'll get denied all this stuff because regular people doing the same thing don't get the same advantages unless you are a billionaire and you can pay someone to hide shit. So it's not that I want to be a billionaire. I'm just saying I get it on a whole other level because billionaires should be ashamed of themselves. Like, unless you're, what's that woman's name? Bezos' wife, whatever her name is.
Mackenzie Scott.
Yes, Mackenzie Scott. Unless you're every day giving away your money, she's still making more money as she does it.
She literally cannot give it away fast enough. It continues to grow.
I wish she would give it over here.
I know. I can take some of it off your hands if you're having some issues, girl.
I know, but again, she's only giving, and you know what? I shouldn't say that. Well, I'm not going to diss her. I'm not going to diss her because she's doing good. Mm-hmm. Too many people give money away only to other nonprofits, and that's the other problem. You know what I mean? Like, you have so much, you will never suffer. Just give it to people. Anyway, that's my take on it. And I don't want to, here's the other thing I don't want to hear. Don't tell me they earned it. Shut the fuck up. Because again, you don't understand how it works. In a simple way, they don't actually have cash. It is not cash. They don't get a salary.
I agree, girl. I agree 100%. And look, most of these people, I would think they could probably drive 10, 20 minutes away from one of their many, many, many homes. That are tax shelters, by the way,
yep.
And see absolute, utter devastation right in their own cities. People who they could walk by these people and hand them $100,000 in cash, and it would be like me dropping a quarter.
Yep.
And not even looking at me like, oh, I don't have time to pick it up. I mean, I would pick that up, but I'm just saying, like that. The idea that like they somehow earned it and deserve to have it when you have all of these horrific situations, all of the things you mentioned, people who can't afford their medication, can't afford healthcare even to get the medication. I mean, like there's just so people, as you said, like living on the streets. I mean, there are so many just regular people. Let's forget about just regular people in, places who just need a little bit of a hand up. But and again, I think people are hoarding it.
Right. Hoarding it. They're hoarding it. And I think what's worse is that regular people see that as something you want to become. And the truth is, this country is based on capitalism, so it makes complete sense to me that everybody thinks money is the be-all, end-all. And I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. I have worked for way too many rich people to tell you it does not make you happier. It does make you crazier. It does make you have different problems, but it does not make you happier. And I am beside myself with the idea that people have so much money and are worth so much money. And then you find out what their actual finances are and you realize they actually don't have the cash. You know what? Let me put it in simple terms. In simple terms, the way in which I understand it. Let's say I was gifted a property, right? Let's say my mom bought her house and then she died and it was left to me. So I have this house. And then I turn around and I tell the bank, I have this house. Can you give me a loan for $300,000? And they say, sure, Carmen, we're going to give you $300,000 against the collateral that is that house. And then I take that $300,000 and I turn around and I use it to invest in something else. And then when I have that something else, let's say it's I don't know, a boat. Let's just make it different. I buy a boat. Then I turn around and I tell the bank, hey, bank, I now have a boat. Can you now give me another loan for $500,000? Right? So I'm not making any money actually doing anything. I'm just taking collateral, which I was gifted, borrowing against it, buying something else, and then borrowing against that. That is the simplest way I can explain something like Elon Musk. Like, that is how it happens. So when people tell you that they have property or they own things or whatever, and no, I made it on my own. Yeah, you made it because you kept borrowing against gifts that were given to you. Does that make any sense?
Well, yeah, definitely. And I think an important thing to note is because they are not making any money, that's not income. There's no taxes on the 300,000, the 500,000. You are getting that to use to fund your life, to buy your next investment, whatever. And there's no taxes on any of that.
Right.
You are
no
not
taxes on any of that.
Giving back to the system that supports you.
Right. Right. So that's how it works. You don't have a salary. You're not getting taxed anything. And you're just reinvesting over and over and over again. And doesn't that sound good? I'm reinvesting. No, you're just buying more and more stuff. And so that's the simple version, but that is kind of the basis of how this is working right now.
Well, and what happens there is that, ultimately you're not participating in the society in which you live in any
of course not.
significant way, right? You're not contributing to it. That's a whole other, the big thing is try to, among Democrats, we're going to reduce taxes. We actually fucking need some taxes. I hate paying taxes as much as the next person, but we have to actually fund our society, right?
Right. So the people that are funding the society, though, are not the person that I just talked about because they don't have a salary.
Right.
So it's me and Andrea and you, right? We're the ones with our little, $30 an hour, getting only $23 an hour because $7 of that hourly thing is going to federal and state taxes. But somebody like Trump or somebody like, I can't even say Trump's name, but what's the Tesla guy? I forget him. Elon Musk or whoever, Mark Cuban. It doesn't matter who it is. All of them are not paying their fair share because they're not getting a salary.
And I think, look, there's a lot of people who are like, well, hey, that's smart. They're not paying any taxes. That's, we should, and it's like, do you understand how, that you can't, okay, then this is what we end up with, right? A non-functioning society. We are at the end game of what this looks like, where you have 15 people, let's say, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, I don't know, who have literally taken money out of the pockets, out of the bank accounts of millions of people. Mm-hmm. If you are hurting right now financially, look up. It's fucking them. It's their fault. It's true. It's 100% true. And as I said, they're not participating in society in the same way that all of the rest of us are. And they're completely isolated in other ways. They're not living in a reality that the rest of us are. They literally don't even understand the problems we have.
Right. Well, let's slide into talking about, I just watched, what's her name? Miss Porter. What's her name? Katie Porter.
Mm-hmm.
She was on some interview or whatever. I did not see the governor's debate. I know you had texted me, and
I don't ever want to watch another debate without you, by the way. I'm just saying.
I didn't even, you know what? I'm sorry. I was
watching it with my kids, and I was doing what I do, right? And I was going, running the gamut from why is his neck yellow? The makeup artist did him dirty. That's fucking Reagan's fault. You know, I mean, I'm doing back and forth, and my daughter's like, "Are you going to do this the whole time?" I was like, "Yes, I
don't
am."
get it. They don't get it. Okay, wait. We should tell people. Usually, when we watch debates, we usually text each other during the debates, and we make fun of everything and
everything,
like what they're wearing, what they look like, whatever. And in between there, we talk about their answers. But
there's
really,
substantive commentary in there as well.
Yeah, but it's very funny because we're very petty. But I, first of all, didn't even know about it. And secondly, I was otherwise occupied, is all I'll say. Like, yeah sorry. I'll tell you later what I was doing. But okay, so I didn't watch the debate. And I'm kind of glad I didn't. But I watched her today. And I know she's probably one of the people we're going to vote for. But she gave an example that I didn't like. And this is what I mean. You have to stop doing this. She was saying, I mean, or maybe not. Maybe it's just me. They asked her, what is the difference between her and Tom, whatever his last name is, because I'm going to say the wrong name again. What is it?
Steyer,
right? Tom Steyer. Because he's a billionaire. And she talked about how she goes to the grocery store and she still has 3 kids who are teenagers. And listen, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be smarter than me. I don't want to know that I get it that people are out of touch and Tom, whatever his name is, doesn't go to the grocery store. That does not equate to you're going to be a better governor. That's not going to be the answer. So to me, that bothered me a bit. Okay. I do think billionaires need to just go live your fucking lives. You need to not be in office anymore. And we should not be voting for any more people who are billionaires. I'm sorry. Enough. We're done. Or fake billionaires, because Trump wasn't a billionaire till he got into office, by the way, just to clear that up.
Yeah.
Okay. But what's your take on the debate and how do you feel about Katie Porter and Tom, whatever, and all these people?
The debate was an absolute shit show. I will say that.
We're talking about the California governor's race,
the governor's debate, the last one that was on Monday. A lot of people, self included, were like the moderators were absolute crap, and that's true.
Really? Wow.
So bad. It was so bad. I made that joke in the beginning. Like there was one woman, they switched moderator. They did it like in thirds, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. So it was like 90 fucking minutes long. And so the second lady was just so condescending and just kept talking and talking and talking, and then kept telling people, I will cut your mic. I was like, somebody needs to cut this bitch's mic. Like, shut the fuck up. You are not running. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Wow.
It was crazy. Anyway, but they had like 8 people. So you had some of the like lower polling folks.
That's a waste of time, by the way.
It was a waste of time, but it was interesting. I'll just say that. Okay. I can't say it moved me in any direction. I don't know I truly don't know who I'm going to vote for. Like, here's what I will do. I will vote for one of the top 2 Democrats.
Right.
That's who I will vote for.
That's sad.
It is sad. And I was, I think I wrote to you, like, number one, truly, like, I think it's an absolute tragedy that there was only one woman on that stage. I just have a hard time believing that we don't have any more qualified women, but whatever. One of my biggest takeaways is the sheriff, I can't remember his name, the super racist guy. I am excited, I guess. I am fascinated to see what percentage he ends up with, because he is a lock for the racist vote. So I want to see, like, all right, well, how many of these people are walking amongst us? Like, how many people are going to vote for this mofo? Because that motherfucker's crazy. I don't know that I have another take. I mean, there was a lot of like, men being petty and complaining and whining about their time. And I was like, okay, if you have limited time, then say something. Like, we are in a dire situation here. Say something valuable. Don't whine about your fucking time. So I don't know. It didn't move the needle for me in any way. Let's put it that way.
I'm so sad because, I guess we're going to really appreciate Governor Newsom. Like we've always said, he was our pain in the ass or whatever we would say, but he was such a good governor. He is a good governor. And And I thought about this the other day. I wish, Kamala Harris had decided to run for governor because it would have been really easy. But in the same respects, I understand why she didn't. And she has the right to do whatever she needs to do. But I feel like California is such a huge, big deal of a state. And it just feels like all of these people are not worthy. And that's sad for me to say.
Okay, you want to talk about? Have you gotten your voter's guide with the?
Not yet. It's at my PO box.
Okay, so we get a voter's guide for before every election. This one just contains the information on all of the people running. Okay, there are, I don't know off the top of my head, 30, 40 people running for governor.
I did not know that.
Loads of people. And then there's a whole other host of, 20, 30 who are running for lieutenant governor and
mayor and whatever. Yeah.
It's just the top. It's not. Anyway. So inside this booklet, not all of them, many of them, some of them have candidate statements. Okay. I sat down the other day and I read through all of the candidate statements. And let me tell you, my number one takeaway is we need to raise the motherfucking bar, like literally and figuratively. I looked up, I was like, okay, how do you qualify to get on the ballot for the governor in California? And number one, that information was not particularly easy to find. And number two, I'm not even sure what I found was accurate because it said something like you need 40 to 60 signatures. And I was like,
what?
Yeah, what? And then you pay like $1,700.
Right.
So, like, we've got to raise the bar. I'm sorry, because not even just the people who are up ahead, but like we cannot have 40 people. One guy's candidate statement was a full-on anti-Semitic rant. It was so bad, and that they had to print and send out to people. It was so bad that it had a disclaimer from the Secretary of State. That's how bad it was. What the fuck?
I say this respectfully. That's why you have someone like Donald Trump who's president.
Yep.
Because the bar is so low everywhere. Like the education. That's why, live streamers and podcast bros and people who don't know what they're talking about. Everybody's an expert on everything, but they have nothing to back it up. I mean, our education system, I hate to go all the way there, but the United States is so pathetic on so many levels, education being one of them, so that's why, like, there's a part of me that's like, yes, the people, anyone could become president of the United States, and I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I'm good.
No, it needs to be hard.
It should be harder.
Please, make it harder.
Right. I want the governor to be smarter than me. I want the president of the United States to be, and I know he ain't. You know what I mean? Like, I want people who know what they're doing. I want people that I revere who are like, and say what you want about Governor Newsom. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? And everyone can be mad at him or whatever, but no one said he didn't know what he was doing. They just hated that sometimes he was doing things.
They didn't like what he was doing.
Right. But he knew what he was doing. And I think that's what it is too. Like, I don't want any more dumb people in office.
Oh, yeah, if only.
Remember we used to make fun of Dan Quayle? I know.
He's fucking Einstein compared to these people.
Fucking Einstein. But we used to make fun of him because he couldn't spell potato or tomato or something. He made a mistake, but it was big. It was huge. It was a huge mistake. And then like that followed him forever. And now I'm like, oh my God, I'd give anything for him to be in office.
Right? Sadly. Is he still alive?
All right. Well, I don't know. So you didn't help me with the governors. I thought you were just going to tell me.
Oh no, I don't have a person.
All right. Well, I guess that's kind of sort of it. I don't know. I think we've covered everything. Oh, let's just a few minutes on this. I don't know what's going on with Miss Melania. But
nothing good.
Why is she speaking at all?
Why is she speaking?
But Andrea, she came out with this whole thing about trying to get Jimmy Kimmel off the air. I have no idea. And then of course, James Comey has been indicted again because he wrote with seashells 86-47. Seriously? Like, you saw that, right? You saw
I did
that.
see that, yeah.
This is the level we're at, and it's because Donald Trump is so pathetic.
And dumb. He has to make everyone else dumb around him. That's that's what I feel like, is like we're all just dumbing it down.
No other president would ever bother, and no other first lady. They would just never even, like, that's what makes Donald Trump so small, is all the pathetic things that he tries to put himself, like, he tries to force people to love him. I'm going to put my face on everything. I'm going to put my name on everything, whatever. And it's like, if people love you, they will do that on their own. You know what I mean? Like we'll be like, oh my God, we should put his name on something because we love him so much. We don't love you. So he's forcing it.
There will be literal dance parties with champagne flowing through the streets when it finally happens.
When he leaves office, is that what you're talking about? Because we would never do something like Comey and say 86-47. Although I think that's going to be the name of this episode. Because I swear to God, it might be perfect. I don't know. But all right. Well, I thank you for letting me vent. I appreciate it. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to fight. We're going to fight this. And I really am going to keep telling people you need to vote blue. If you want to save the United States, seriously, I don't even think I'm being dramatic. You need to vote Democrat completely, fully, no matter what they do with redistricting. If you're really not racist and you really think that I have the same rights as Andrea does and I have the same say as anyone else who is white, then you're going to vote blue because you're going to see exactly what's happening in our country in this moment in time. It really is that simple.
It really is.
Yeah. Remember, at the end of the day, it really is all about the joy. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by All About the Joy. Be better and stay beautiful, folks. Have a sweet day.